I don't care. It's quite a rough ride, just like life. But I'm kind of patient, 'cause only time will tell. It's gonna go up, so you better stay calm. And crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins. Crow your coins, crow your coins. Crow your coins, you gotta crow your coins.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's the Crypto Crow. It's about 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I was actually kind of curious if this was going to work because my software just like downloaded an update and I went to click go live and it changed everything on me. So yeah, this isn't going to be a really crazy video because I could not possibly remake exactly what I had watched last night. I was trying to go through. But I'm going to try and point you guys in an interesting direction, to say the least. And buying day today. Is today the buying day? So remember when the last time anytime I see one of these really long wicks, more often than not, that wick gets filled. Like I'm kind of learning to see that these are gaps. Just like this down here. And so we could very well fill this gap over the weekend is my guess. Now, last night, well, before I do that, before I get into this, I want to show everybody what up, where is it? Oh, that's right, because it's so this is the Crow Trader bot, and I told everybody that I'd started a bunch of paper trades against USD pairs a while ago. What I didn't realize is that what I didn't realize is that it had shut down because I had to reboot or something happened to my network. I think they were doing maintenance, or I don't know what the hell it was. It was something with the carrier, and I didn't realize that it had errored out. So for days I was like waiting. I'm like, man, why is my bot not making any paper trades? So then when I realized it, because I had it minimized, and so when I realized it, I turned it back on, and boom, it started doing stuff. So you'll see here, Sentinel this is where I have active trades in play right now, and this is paper trading, but Sentinel is basically looking for an exit. I've completed one trade here, one with Litecoin, one with XTZ. And then this was XTZ with Bitcoin, which turned out to be pretty cool. I've already made 4 trades with this. And so that green is my potential profit. So Tezos, and if you guys remember too, I was showing you on Masari, which basically these are all the things that you could potentially trade on CoinBase. And so I go over here to volatility and I try to find what is the most volatile. Most volatile meaning prices going up and down rapidly. And it looks like Augur right now, or REP, is the most volatile at the moment, but Tezos has proven to be pretty volatile. And so when you see a volatile coin, it's typically something that should treat you right in your bot trade. So I just thought I'd update everybody on that. Curious to see how this is going to see what's going to come of this over the next few days. So I am watching it. It is just paper trading. I'm not live trading yet. I'm just being safe. But yeah, that's crowtrader.com for those of you guys that are interested in kind of joining me in my efforts with, I'm not trading anything against Ethereum, so it's not going to show me anything for that. But I do have some profitability so far, just in the last 24 hours, just trading Tezos against Bitcoin. So that was kind of interesting and very cool. My mining still pulling up the same. showing Bitcoin basically being at 7. Oh, you can't even see it because it's not all the way small, but anyway, whatever. Okay, so here's what I'm basically going to get into a little bit now, and I'm not going to do this in detail because I'm not going to rip this guy off. But I've been kind of doing some digging as to basically last night, and I'm 42 today, by the way, just so everybody knows. Today is my birthday, so I want to see a lot of comments as a present. But anyway, I've been telling everybody I'm 30, but nobody's going to buy that. So anyway, I was up last night and I was kind of painting, and this is what I do. I watch TA videos while I paint models, which it's kind of hard to see, but this is a third. This is a Grimkin Clockatrice, right? So I've got 3 of these, and here's another one that I've been working on. It's really hard to see. I don't know if you can. Camera makes it all look weird. But anyway, so this is what I do sometimes at night. I haven't painted in a while because I've been so busy. But I was just kind of flipping through different TA videos, and I found this guy who has a very, very interesting perspective. Some would call it extremely messy. Some would call it chaotic. I found it very interesting and quite probable, in fact. So I'm going to show you, I want you guys to check it out, but basically what it boils down to, the gist of it is, he goes through on a logarithmic, this is a log scale chart right here, and thank you guys. You guys can't deny the nerd at heart. Oh, I'm such a big nerd. It's not even, I don't fit into most nerd groups because I am a little more, should we say aggressive? A little more competitive maybe. But I love my nerd friends and I love my nerd games. And I'm very proud of that. So anyway, so what he does is he goes into the history, right? And he starts running these Fibonacci channels and starts explaining the highs, the lows, the bottoms, and all of that. And he starts drawing a lot of these fib circles. And these fib circles, I've never seen anybody use them before, but I'm like, damn, that looks good. And so then we take from the bottom to the peak of the last, from bottom to peak of the last bull market. And then we basically stuck that, he sticks this in here, right? To give us an idea as to starting from this low to this potential high, measuring against the various Fibonacci retracement patterns, where we can expect to go and in what time frame. And it was actually pretty shocking to see how it lines up very, very strong with the historical Fibonacci retracement placements, the various levels, the highs, the lows, the whole nine. And I started I've watched the video now 3 times. And so I'm basically doing this video to inspire you to watch it yourself. He's so, some of you are going to watch it and you're going to be like, this guy's full of shit. You can draw that many lines and come up with anything you want. I'm very well aware. But if you watch the entire video and pay very close attention, the overall gist is, and I actually believe this to be true, in all of the stuff that I've done, I have different charts. I've messed around with all kinds of things. But I believe that we are going to see a lower low here soon. Well, not a lower low, but a bottom here soon, which I think is going to be somewhere around 5,500. He says, around 5,100. I'm thinking 5,500. And then we're going to see the price go from that bottom of 5,500 up to around 18,500. And by the halving. And then at the point of the halving, we're going to see a lot of sideways activity for a couple months. Basically, as has been proven with the halvings of the past, that it's not going to send us into a parabolic spiral up just because of the halving. That's never been the case. But instead, we're going to go through a bit of an accumulation phase and then go up. And when we do go up, if we're comparing everything equally to the previous cycles, we could very well easily see over a $300,000 Bitcoin by December 25th, January 5th of 2021. And I, after watching this video 3 times, cross-referencing that to so many different things that I've seen other people do, including my own research, my own market calculations. Like, look, I calculated a $140,000 Bitcoin. I've calculated a $280,000 Bitcoin. It depends on what perspective you're looking at. It depends on what numbers you're kind of throwing into the pot and you know, stirring around for that stew. So I'm going to show you the guy that I'm talking about. His name is opticalart.com. That's his YouTube name. He's only got 20,000 subs. This is his most popular video, I think, to date, which is over 20,000. And he does sell like a VIP type deal with, you know, to each their own. That's totally cool. You know, mostly to have access to his charts and things that he does. But the video is a total of 23 minutes. I highly encourage you watch it, if for no other reason. You can see how messy it is, but it doesn't start messy. It starts here. And step by step by step, every fib channel, every fib circle, you know, explaining all of the different elements of where we were, where we're at, where we're going, and what time frame. He gets very specific. And I have to say, he's a new TA guy that has really impressed me. And I'm not saying he's 100% accurate or all his, but I believe that in this particular instance, I'm thinking he's hitting the nail on the head. And I actually do think that he showed so many things. Like, if I were doing this, I feel like I would have come up with a very similar pattern. I would have been calculating things in a very similar way, and I think we would have come up with a very similar end result. And so watch the video, learn, and let me know what your thoughts are. This is basically what the next bull run looks like, and he's kind of showing it with just the lines, and then he's showing it here. I'm telling you, if the cycles that have been happening to date continue as they have been, I think it's very likely to see a $300,000 Bitcoin in 2021. And to me, you know, I'm looking at things from a perspective of, you know, yes, the market is coming down again, and the sentiment is down, and traders are going to get angry. And I'm seeing a lot of different reports associated with, you know, miners, for whatever reason, are mining and selling immediately. Well, a lot of these miners know what this cycle is about. And let's put it this way. If what I watched and what I'm trying to expose you guys to now has any truth to it at all, then it makes sense that the miners are basically mining to sell at the moment, because they consider that the price is likely going to go down another $1,500 to $2,000, at which point it's likely that when they buy back into their Bitcoin, what's probably going to happen? Well, that's going to start a run up. And so if we do in fact get to around 5,500 to 6,000, then it's when we reach that point to where we found a bottom, the miners that have been mining directly into the market and selling their mining yield, basically playing the market at the time, potentially sending the price even lower. Well, when they start accumulating back and buying more Bitcoin than they started with, to me, it makes sense. And that's what could take us from that $5,500 or even $5,100 bottom to an $18,500 Bitcoin by May and the time of the halving, at which point we'll start seeing some steady accumulation before the next parabolic run up. And I think that this is wholeheartedly what I'm expecting, quite frankly. I think it's going to happen. It is a 4-year cycle, Doug. It's been a 4-year cycle on and off. I mean, since inception, and we've gone through a lot of these cycles. And you know, I don't know. I found it very interesting, and it makes a hell of a lot of sense to me. So I encourage you guys to go watch that video. And yeah, I will say that they are starting work on pro traders' little secret indicator strategy. It's not really that big of a secret. I've talked about it in the past, but they're actively working on that a bit now. So I'm really, really, really excited about that because there's so much opportunity. I see so much opportunity just looking at this. Opportunity that would not otherwise be presenting itself without it. And when that feature gets added to CrowTrader, you can bet your butt I'm going to be all over this. I'm going to be talking about it every single day, showing you guys what I've done. And I want to start seeing some CrowTrader sales. We're getting close enough in development, and I'm seeing enough in my paper trading now to know that we're definitely on the right track. And I think we're going to really be getting somewhere. I'm thinking I might even start throwing these altcoins into Bitcoin pairs and run a whole fleet of those as well. This is the only one I've got, and it's doing pretty well. But with Tezos being the most volatile and Bitcoin going down, well, it makes sense that we're going to be able to see some quick trades to the upside with some Bitcoin profitability. So that doesn't really surprise me. While the USD pairs are still, we've entered some positions and we're waiting for some exits. So we'll see what the profitability is moving forward, and I'll be sure to address that with everybody else. So, yeah, I mean, look, guys, I would say enjoy your weekend. Don't freak out. I wouldn't trade. My personal opinion is I wouldn't trade this market at the time being. I would just kind of let the market play out and see where we end up come Monday. With the holidays, I mean, look, I'm used to seeing some really bullish activity in November and going into December. So, for all we know, this whole prediction of a $5,500 Bitcoin, this could get cut short if enough people are expecting it. And I think that that's a part of what YouTube TA kind of does to the market, is sometimes it has a tendency to either support something and push it forward so that it happens faster than normally expected, or that would otherwise be expected, depending on the popularity of the message overall. And sometimes it could stop something in its tracks. It just kind of depends on where that source of direction is coming from and why. 300K, doubt it. More likely 100 grand. I think 100 grand is a given. I think it's a question of how much higher than 100 grand. You have his charts, John Doe. That's cool. Post the link to the video in your description. You know what I could do is I could post it right here in chat for everybody as well. And I mean, I think for this kind of work, this guy deserves some plugs. You know what I mean? So definitely check it out. And hopefully me doing a video on this guy. I've actually invited him to come onto my channel. I don't even know if he's seen the email, but I did email him from his, oh shit, I can't. Hold on. I can, but I need to pull this down. Hold on, give me a second. I'll post it in chat for everybody. But yeah, I've invited him to come onto my channel and kind of do all this over. I'd like to see maybe a little bit of a cleaner version of it. So, wow, I'm looking at a freeze frame. Crypto Crow is live. I look like a zombie with my eyes closed like that in a freeze frame that YouTube decided to. Awesome. Hold on. I have to, I added this little thing on my channel, and I'm like losing subs. I don't know what the hell. I don't know. It's like if I'm not doing a video about Bitcoin every day, I start losing subs. It's kind of frustrating. It's like, why bother? I was like getting close to 80,000, and then I got caught up, and then I didn't do anything, and so then I lose subs. It's like, I don't understand the mentality of like dropping a subscription to something that you know you like just because he's not really active on the daily at the moment. But it's whatever. I hope this works. No, it didn't. All right. Well, I'm not sure what this is piped into, but it's not. I posted a link in what I thought was the chat, but it's not the live chat apparently. So I'll have to post it in the comments or something like that after this. So yeah, I mean, hit the likes, guys. Hopefully I'm pointing you to something good. and it'll help you and give you a good perspective. I'm gonna go try and enjoy my birthday and enjoy the weekend, and I got my hair cut by Marshall Medallion over at Razor One Cuts in Montgomery. He's, honest to God, man, Marshall Medallion's the best barber, hair cutter, whatever the hell you want to call it. He's the best I've ever seen and best I've ever had do my hair in my life. I went to like a little bougie studio, like a Paul Mitchell salon type joint to get my hair cut for the convention, and I feel like they just did not do a very good job at all. It's like I go to Marshall, he's so far away, it sucks. It's like an hour to get there practically, but man, he just, the way he does, he lines me up and he just makes it all. I walk in there looking homeless, I leave feeling like a new man, and it's kind of worth it. So if you're in Cincinnati and you need a straight up cut and you need to look good for something, you definitely need to hit up Marshall Medallion over at Razor One Cuts. Everybody over there is awesome, and they do a lot of community stuff and things like that. It's just a good group of people over there, and yeah, give them a little plug. I wish I had hair. Yeah, well, this sucks if you don't. All right, guys, I'm gonna call it here. Make sure you check him out one more time before I go. It is this dude, opticalart.com. Optical art. Hold up. Wait a minute. 22. Here you go. Opticalart.com. Check him out. And, have fun with it, guys. It'll take you 23 minutes. I would encourage you, try to follow along. Use the tools. Draw it all out. See what he's seeing. That's what I've been doing. And it's, if anything, it's fun and it's a learning experience, but I definitely think he's onto something. Till next time, guys, crow your coins. Love you, miss you, mean it. Enjoy your weekend. Drive safe. Don't drink and drive. Be good to one another. See ya.